I wanted to introduce you to one of our 5 women's power types. Now, here are the 5 women's power types. They are the Queen, the Warrioress, the Lover, the Sorceress, and the Mother. Today, we're going to take a look at this little puppy, the Mother. Now, the interesting thing about the Mother is that you do not need to be a biological mother to have access to the Mother power type. She's the part of us that is unconditionally loving, accepting. She's that place of safety and solace. You know, even when I was 18, 19 years old, my friends would always come around to my house because I would cook a really good meal on a Friday night and, you know, fill them up with good food and wine and create that safe space where it was okay just to be ourselves and to unwind. That's Mother power type at play. Now, she has some great advantages, some superpowers. She is an excellent coach, an amazing coach, because she's patient and understanding. She's a really good listener and she's incredibly compassionate. And indeed, she inspires those around her to step into their greatness because she inspires courage, actually. She sees people's very best selves. For that reason, she's an excellent teacher, an excellent coach, an excellent manager. Now, there are some underbellies to having a strong Mother power type. If you are always, let's talk about in a leadership context, if you are always leading from Mother and you're always unconditionally accepting and unconditionally loving, you're always patient and kind, you can often get to the point where you let people stay around far longer than they should on their team. Because yes, everybody has gifts, but the question is, can that person actually do their job? People with a strong Mother power type have a hard time giving, letting people go or reorganizing teams. Because let's face it, Mother would never reorganize her family. She just deals with what she's given. Can you sense how that's a problem? The other thing we see with high Mother power types is that it can verge on martyr. Someone with an overexpressed Mother can become, very always doing things and become fiercely possessive and a little bit, keeps people close and needy, if you know what I mean. But even just too much Mother in and of itself, or if someone with a strong primary Mother power type, even if it's not too much, can often end up saying yes to everything all of the time, wanting to help, over-giving, over-mothering. Again, it brings to mind for me one of the ladies who came to one of our events recently. So she's a very young woman. She was only in her early 20s, training to be one of our coaches, actually. And she had a very high Mother power type. And she spent all of her time, every time her friends would call up, she would say, yes, sure, to whatever it is that they needed. And she would go out, do it. She was burning herself out in service of her friends. So Mother is great. She has superpowers, but she also has underbelly. When we understand these distinctions in more detail, we can harness the strengths of these power types and then recognize when it is time to bring in some of the other power types. So for instance, with the coach that I was just sharing with you about, she realized that in her friendship, sometimes she had to step out of Mother and into her Queen energy. The Queen is the power type who can set boundaries, who can say, no, that doesn't work for me just now. From a place of love, from a place of grace, from a place of serenity, but can say no when she needs to. So getting a great working knowledge of these power types is one of, I think, the most powerful things you can do for yourself as a woman and as a woman leader. It'd be my pleasure to help you to understand some more. But for now, I'm interested in hearing, what do you think about Mother power type? Do you feel you've got a very strong Mother power type? Does it work for you, or is it a challenge for you? Or do you think maybe you could use a little bit more patience, being that safe space for people? Reflect it back on yourself and please share with me in the comment section. And if this has been helpful for you, feel free to like the video and share it with your friends. I look forward to hearing from you.